Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to SnackTime, an offshoot of the Anything Bowl, where we talk about one thing, one single subject, keep it simple and easy. Today, ladies and gents, we got Hot Takes 3. Ooh. I wish I had a soundboard right there. Because then, like, a soundboard just be like a ghostly thing or like a horror movie type of thing from like the 40s. Anyway, yeah, Matt's right. Backup episode.
I would have did some shit where it's like, man, what?
Easy backup episode. You know why?
What are you talking about?
Because here at the podcast, we don't only like to be transparent with little things like this. We like to be ahead of things because you never know. You know, we're going to go hang out soon this weekend. What if something happens? What if one of us gets sick? You know, I don't know. You better be safe and sorry. Matt, you know, the first hot takes was just general.
Reason. Yeah.
First hot takes was general. Second hot takes was based on relationships. Today, Matt, what kind of hot takes are we doing?
So, we notice a lot of dickweeds on social media. No, I'm just kidding. You're not dickweeds. We're all fucking lost dickweeds.
We're all fucking dickweeds.
Masculinity.
Yeah.
Modern masculinity. What does it mean to us, and what do we think about it, and what do we disagree with the sentiment that's been going on? If you pay attention to anything these past couple months, even
couple years,
through the Andrew Tates and Sneakos and anybody and their mother who claims toxic masculinity, some in Batum of comedy, which I think is fucking hilarious. Which if you make, I think like shout out Toxic Kings. I fucking love Toxic Kings. He's like,
that shit's hilarious.
Remember, if you got a mouth, there is no reason why you can't talk your way through pussy and money.
I fuck my way to success.
I fucked my way to success.
I fuck my way into mansions.
But then there's people that, unfortunately, especially the younger crowd, that
they take it
I think
literally.
takes it way too literal, and it sucks because I think it honestly makes it more difficult for them to be strong people, and I think in turn,
dude, part of being a strong person is having like a logical head on your shoulders. You know, outside of any kind of stereotype or aspect that you want to follow and abide by, depending on your status or your gender or whatever. You have to have a decent head on your shoulders, otherwise none of that fucking matters. And all these fucking kids are coming out, they'll be like, man, listen, like that. I got to keep calling back to this comment that we got like a month or two ago. It all comes back to that person being like, fuck that, man. Can't believe y'all are talking about this. You should be looking at cars, bitches, and the gym all day, every day. That should be the only thing on your mind.
Now, granted, that's fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying any of that's bad, but
I think it's cool when you embrace, like, so it'll actually kind of get into these points in a second, but it follows suit. I guess I'll swing into the first point.
Okay.
I got a letter. Guess who's got a letter? Wonder who it's from. You're fucking stupid. So
what?
I was trying to tell you I didn't have the notes app, so I just made a physical note, like where it all began.
Oh, did you really?
So, yeah. Look.
Matt, I don't see you. Your webcam's not working on Discord, so
I know. I tried fixing it like 3 times. Oh, that's why you didn't see it. Oh well. Anyway,
back to a letter. All right, tell me your first one.
So, in a lot of ways, like you should embrace being a man. I think that's cool. Like you should do all the manly shit. Yeah. If I had more money, I'd be doing manly shit. I still try to do manly shit if you had it, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
Does not include being disrespectful to women. Non-pause.
No, you could do that for
Fast
free.
Forward. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, being angry does not show masculinity. It shows cowardness. So the thing is, you know, like that guy, for instance, it's kind of stupid how there's times where you need to show a bit of bravado and like put your foot down and be a confident person. But I find it so hilarious that if you look in a lot of social situations, or like at least stereotyped ones, where people think that, oh, the person who's speaking the loudest is the one who's getting it in good. And I don't think that's true.
That's
a lot of times, like when I was a young lad, I'm still a young lad, but when I was a younger lad, I felt like the only reason that people could listen is if you're trying to be the loudest in the room and you're screaming and you're saying insults and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Now what I've noticed
the wrong crowd.
It definitely means you're talking to the wrong crowd and you're not respecting yourself. Yep. And you're not, and again, like you're trying to show that and trying to be masculine and proud and all this shit. Yep. Some of the best moments of my shows of masculinity, like at least in my viewpoint of masculinity, is where you've just dismantled any arguments in like a mature way.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day,
use your fucking brain.
Use your brain. It's psychological warfare. As an example, I'm not going to say where and when, but Like for me, I had an issue with a coworker a while back, and long story short, I was basically being made out. I told you about this story.
Yes,
I was being made out into being a show. So then, of course, instead of being angry and trying to come up with reasons, I just, you get to know people, so you start listing things off, and you essentially what you do is you break people's character down.
Yep.
Not in an effort for me to, essentially, again, it was partially a return put down because again, you're putting me down for no reason. I'm going to put you down for a reason, being that you're trying to put me down. And secondly, it humbles people because you know what? I think that's what a lot of people, especially guys, run into when they feel attacked. They feel like their ego is being put under siege.
Yeah.
So the logical thing to do for them is, again, to be the loudest in the room.
Dude, being humbled is something so many fucking people right now need.
Dude, 100%. And it sucks. It really does. And I'm glad to see that there's like a counter movement towards that where like people are just saying like, you think this way, but look what it's getting you. And you're embarrassing yourself. That's the number one insult.
That's my favorite thing, dude, is that people who just like stand around and scream. First of all, screaming isn't bravado. Screaming is just you fucking being loud and just showing the world who you are, your immaturity and your fucking idiocy down to your core. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing to humble someone because you don't have to scream, you don't have to yell, you don't have to do anything. You just have to pay attention to the conversation you're having, and then it's like mental chess. You see them, they like stutter step once, or they miss their own point once, and then you sitting there who's been taking mental notes and paying attention because you're trying to prove to them that you are like the more mature man in that situation. You just sit there, you list things off, you're like, actually, X, Y, and Z. Exactly. And then when he starts screaming, you're like, yeah, you done? No, let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. And bring
the worst part
you
is
down
when you ask them, are you okay? Like, that really pisses people off, too.
Dude, that fucking throws it for a loop. You'd be like...
That's classic.
It's like, are you okay? It's like, because you're getting you're a little red and sweaty.
You got a little mental, mate.
My favorite thing is when you take a step back, you're like, nah, we're just talking. They're screaming. You're like, no, see, I'm having a conversation here. So if you want to talk, we can finish the conversation we were having. But if you want to go have a shouting match, you can have it with somebody else. And
the best way to finish those is just say, we'll talk about this at a later time. Because now you're not even allowed to point. Well, because they're not even making points at that point.
No, they're not. They're not. We basically turn this into how to control a conversation.
All right, Miguel.
Grab the conversation by the balls. Alrighty, here's my complete 180 from what you were talking about. Long hair on men is not a problem within reason. Guys can have longer hair, okay? Masculinity is not having the fucking buzz cut. My head is buzzed, but that's only because I shave my head. I hate getting haircuts, completely separate. Having longer hair is not a problem so long as it's within reason. You have the fucking crazy long whatever. It's matted. It's dirty. You don't take care of it. There's no style to it. It's just there.
You're fucking dingy. It's not good.
That's gross. That's different.
Very gross.
You got someone like some of my one of my coworkers, he hasn't gotten a haircut, I think, in like 8 or 9 years, but it's his thing now. So his hair is well taken care of. The hair's down to like past his shoulders. He's got the beard, the mustache combo. And now that it's part of who his character is and who he is as a person, the long hair, and he takes care of himself, it's perfectly fine. You got the whole look going on, dude. It's fine. If you take care, I guess it really comes down then to just taking care of yourself and caring about what you look like. It's not a problem for men to have long hair so long as they're a mature enough person to take care of themselves. If they're just going to walk around and go, nah, man, I just don't feel like getting a fucking haircut, I'm going to just let it hang, Oh, did I wash? No, I didn't wash it. Style it? No, I don't have time for that.
You could really extend that point to like even just not taking care of yourself. Like
exactly,
that's why
fucking hair, body odor, body hair, fucking feet smell,
weight, looks, everything.
Weight, looks.
Like, don't get me wrong. Some of us aren't always the most 100% on most days.
No.
I think at the end of the day, it's like, if you look your part and you put yourself in the best presentable position, the confidence shows.
Exactly.
And it being presentable doesn't mean that you're, oh yeah, dude. And but you know what's really crazy? A lot of people are like, accept me who I am and accept me who I am.
That.
Like, and that's cool. It's like, okay, like it's not who you are. In my opinion,
your personality is not the fucking horrible scent that comes off your body because you haven't showered in 2 weeks. That's not who you are. Okay, that just means you're being fucking lazy.
That's not the peak of what you could be.
Exactly.
And that sucks, man. A lot of
You're
people
just
don't
taking
get
your
that.
potential, you're squashing it down, you're throwing it in the trash bin behind you. And you're not even like, you're throwing it behind you, but you're missing the basket.
You ain't even closing the lid. You literally just...
you just a dummy.
You just a dummy. Stupid.
All right, number 2, Matthew. Number 2.
We just got a letter. Being emotional in front of women is okay. You just can't be a pussy about it.
What?
So, what I mean by that is...
Your point made sense, but I think...
Yeah, I lost you for a second, right?
The wording of the second half, I need your explanation.
In videos, you call that a hook. So, what do I mean? I firmly believe, and that just comes from the fact that I've grown up with 3 women. I've grown up with 3 sisters. I've seen the feminine aura throughout my entire life. Some people have grown up by more brothers and mixed and hodgepodge. I've had an overexposure into one, right?
And I mean, you're just a sensitive bitch, so it's okay.
I am a sensitive bitch. I'm in tune with my heart.
I'm an empath.
But here's the thing.
Understand.
We're empath. Yeah, it's like a zodiac sign, motherfuckers. Fucking, my thing is this. You can be expressive towards women, but the problem is that if you look like you have a lack of control, or you as an individual have lack of control of your emotions, it goes to show.
Exactly.
And that's what puts people off. And that's why I hate when people are like, "Oh, no, I'm such a nice guy. Why you go?" There are people that are like that still now, dude, and I'm just like, if you're a nice guy,
you don't have to fucking say it. All right, so that's one of those things you can just nip in the bud. If you have to tell people you're a nice guy, you're not a nice guy. You're
probably not a nice guy.
Okay.
What's ironic is that the more humble of a person you are, well, and like I say this in a way where like I'm not encouraging this thought, but this is generally how I could tell. If a general thought, at least that you're trying to be a good person, usually comes about in, oh, dude, like I don't feel like I'm the best I could be right now. It shows that you're willing to self-improve and that you try to be a good person.
Self-improvement is the most important part of that.
Well, again, like a lot of guys are just like, oh, well, I feel like I'm so open, and then they go for these douchebags that
I can't believe it, man. I'm such a nice guy.
And soulless, and I'm like, no, they're not heartless or soulless. You're just a pussy, because the problem is you don't understand that. And something I'm still learning sometimes too is that there's a certain level between venting and being open, between using someone as an emotional punching bag and using them as an outlet. And basically, especially when talking to women, like having an open conversation versus a very destructive, or even just, you're not showing the best of yourself, guy. That's really what it comes down to. So in my opinion, yeah, you can be open with women. It takes time, because it's like, it's like when you first learn something new, right? Or like when you're first starting to learn how to drive. You just don't go on like Route 80 on your second day. That's just not how that works.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to turn on the car. You got to learn how to adjust your mirrors. You got to ease into things,
Yeah.
And just the way I sees it, Just
I would
don't
agree.
be a pussy.
I would agree completely.
Don't be a pussy.
All these things need to be done within reason. Like you can definitely open up to someone, whoever your significant other is, but there's a line, and that line is constantly crying and throwing up your emotions. It could, because it means that you are too dependent on that other person.
Codependency is the cancer of the society.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. But I know that's kind of delving into a dating territory, but essentially bring it back to yourself.
I feel like all of this, like dating.
I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the point being is that as yourself, as an individual, if you can't control your emotions, then it lacks a certain view of masculinity in today's world.
Yes, that I'll agree with.
Number 2, Miguel, what do we got?
Number 2. All right,
Number
ready?
2.
I like that our hot takes are like complete opposites in terms of the the field that they're in.
Of course.
My number 2 is getting a vasectomy is one of the most selfless things a man can do.
Selfless? Oh shit, we about to argue this bitch.
So first of all, a vasectomy is not permanent. That is the first thing. It is just a matter of going out of your way to get the procedure, spending the money, and doing whatever you have to do for something that could easily be reversed, or you freeze your sperm. Do whatever. I think, from my experience in the dating world in the last 5-6 years, whatever it is, it's we put a lot of stress on women when it comes to birth control, and it really fucks them up. If they're not on birth control and you don't wear a condom because you're a piece of shit, you put them at risk of pregnancy, and that alone can derail or change their life entirely. So that can be selfish in and of itself. And it's very common for women to take birth control, whether it be the pill or an IUD or whatever that it is. It's a fucking ton of hormones, dude. And it changes them down to, not down to their DNA, but down to like the core of their being. You know, it changes the way they think and the way that their body reacts and the way that they act and whatever. And I think while it's commonplace and it's something that we're just kind of used to in society, it's just, oh man, no, now she's 15, she's gonna have sex soon, you got to get her on the pill. While it's so commonplace, I don't think it's right. And that's from my experience of seeing what it does to the partners or the friends that I've had over the last handful of years. So I think, as a dude, you know, doing some of the research and whatever, it doesn't affect your testosterone. It doesn't really impact you in any way. It's just a matter of going out of your way and taking the time to get this procedure. And then, dude, look at all the benefits. You don't have to pull out, okay? The best feeling in the world.
That's the thing that sells me.
That's the big thing. I mean, okay. It's just
the way. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You finish.
Because you know, all guys are so. Everybody's so afraid of somebody fucking snipping up their testicles. I get it, and that's what makes it selfless to me. Is you're willing for this for you know. I have to preface this is within a relationship or within whatever stage of your life. You're not doing this to go, oh yeah, man, now I can just nut whoever I want. I'm talking about it's the mindset that you're in for the situation that you're going into. It, to me, is one of the most selfless things you can do because you are letting somebody snip around the most important part of the man's body for someone else or for the betterment of someone else.
Yeah. No, and the thing is, like, I do agree with you. I think there's a lot of pressure put onto women, especially for the reliance on their own birth control versus the thing that I think is the issue is that there's not a lot of educational outlets for men besides condoms. Because that's usually the number one thing that's brought up.
Because it's the easiest. They can make money off of it. It's a whole fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. I would not doubt that, especially in an early education system, that is such a, what would you call that? Like a lobbied sort of situation.
Oh, 100%, dude.
That's a conspiracy theory, but it's hard not to think about it that way.
Fucking Trojan hits up your middle school and they're like, hey, you're going to give them the talk soon. Here's some free condoms.
Push that non-oxo 9 for me, please. Exactly.
Here's my Magnum condom.
My Magnum
dong.
Now stop. So my thing is this, right? I agree with that part 100%. The problem that I have, personally speaking, I think if you go, it's also you have to be courteous about your future partner, right?
Yes.
We've talked about it with a friend off the podcast about this. And the thing is, the only complaint that I ever had is that as long as you're thinking about the future, right? So you may say, like, some people say, like, oh, like, I don't want kids. And other people like yourself who think in a way that, oh, well, I mean, it's just being protective of my partner. Just get, like what you said, the frozen sperm reservation on that. I think it's fine. Because the thing is, there's an equal amount of women, and I think I talked about this in the last Snack Time and the Hot Takes, where a lot of my views are very traditionalist.
Yes.
That there's a certain point, like, where the kid conversation is going to come about.
Yeah.
And if you didn't prepare for that properly, which, again, being surprising that a lot of men don't, it's going to piss them off. And it's going to suck. Yeah. And a lot of people want to build a family. And you doing stuff like that, again, not every woman. I'm sure there's, like, equal division in a lot of certain things, right? In my viewpoint, right, like, as a man, if I were to get that, I would have to go through the proper procedures and steps by that. Yeah. And in my viewpoint, I probably wouldn't get it until I had my kids already. Just because, I don't know. That's just me. Because at the end of the day, too, it also depends on, like, how you envision the relationship to be. Like, I do agree, there's this good sense of security in knowing that both people are protected and making sure that nothing fucking happens.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, if you're in the long haul, the conversation is going to come up. So, while I do agree, it's just from a personal standpoint, I somewhat disagree.
That's
and who knows? Maybe
who knows? Maybe down the
who knows? Maybe down the line I'll make the decision. You know, but for now it's like, yeah. But no, that's fair. I mean, it's not like it's stupid points, like, right? Like, there's some people that just say, like, we have another friend that's just like, it's fucking stupid. I'm like, why? It's just fucking stupid. There's no. I don't know. But anyway, number 3, Miguel. What do we got going on?
It's your turn, dude.
Oh, it is my turn. Wait, for number 3. Oh, that's right. It went back to me. All right, this is the last one for me. Fighting demons is fucking stupid. So, I'm sorry, but I got to call you motherfuckers out. I hate this shit so much, right? And I got to be honest. There is a change in the narrative right now, which I'm very happy to see. But you getting up as an individual at 5 a.m. going to the gym is not you fighting your demons. I don't know what fucking high school relationship hurt you to think that, but it's not the case. You can use your anger in a sense where it pushes you to go somewhere else. But instead you have to spread your annoyance on the social media platform that, oh, I'm fighting my demons. Oh, I'm trying to up my rise and grind kings. I got to fight my enemies. My bro, watch Vinland Saga season 2. Where the fuck are your enemies? Tell me. I want to see them. Get me pictures. I'm like, the point I'm trying to make is that there is such an over dramatization of a man's issues to a sense where, I mean, granted, everyone has fucked up shit happen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everyone has an easy life. Me and Miguel have not had easy lives. No one has, from different perspectives and on different levels, obviously. You know, everyone has it worse or better than others. But the major point I'm trying to make is this. It's just such a stupid subset of masculinity culture. I like 100%. The renovated one. Like, shout out Maxi Lifts. I follow you on Instagram, bro. Fucking amazing.
What?
Encourage people, especially men, to respect people around them. Not to feel like that they have to push them down, wake up, rise and grind. It's such a toxic,
if you ain't waking up at 4 a.m.
message of society.
Making $10,000, going to the gym and lifting for 4 hours.
You are not a man. Don't even tell me you're a fucking man.
Your day job where you work 12 hours, coming home, hitting the gym again.
And working on your business for another 8. And then you got to eat eggs and cum every morning because it's high protein.
Eat 6 raw eggs before you go to bed. Sleep for 2 hours, wake up, do it again.
Just fuck raw.
Fuck your way to success.
I fucked my way to success.
I fucked my way into mansions.
But yeah, man, that's just my
ridiculous.
Thing.
It is fucking ridiculous.
So, yeah,
goddamn,
that's my mini rant on that.
No, I completely agree with you, dude. Like, I would say fighting your demons is the concept of fighting your demons makes sense to me. You know, because if you take away the dramatization, it is you as a dude are being. God, what's the word?
In a lot of ways, it kind of goes back to the first points we were making. That you're not really showing a good emotional control. You know,
you're constantly trying to improve yourself. You're constantly looking in on yourself. You're looking at the things you can improve. You're working on yourself. You're listing off the things that are wrong or the things that you can work on a day-to-day basis. That makes sense if you want to call that fighting your demons. But saying you're fighting your demons and then doing the most ridiculous shit and pushing yourself to the absolute limit to the point where you will crack because you don't give yourself the chance to have balance is ridiculous. Not even as a man, as a human being, you shouldn't be trying to do that. Yes, you know, you should grind. You should put in a ton of effort to work and try to set yourself up right for the future and do whatever it is that you need to do to better yourself looking down the road. But you do not need to do what these idiotic fucking YouTuber and influencers are saying you need to do. It's a waste of time. You will destroy yourself and you will do nothing but let yourself down because these guys that are telling you to do that already either have the fucking rich dad or they found some niche to make the money off of ads and whatever, and they're already there. They already have the money. They didn't do what they're telling you to do.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. And it sucks because there's a lot of people that are looked up to in that way, and it just provides. And you know what it does? It provides a really big miseducation on what it really means to be at that level. If you think about it, right?
That's right.
Even a lot of people like us. You know, I was reading a Washington Post article the other day about what the 1% truly is, right? So if you look at our percentages, right? For entertainers, like I guess we would throw ourselves into that there, but also partial entrepreneurship, that makes up like 5 to 10%, right? Now the thing is, that's the 1%. That's people that make over $800,000 a year, right? But the thing is, a lot of people think that they need to be doing that to be successful. But here's the problem. You ever realize if you look back on your life and you think about certain shit and you're like, damn, like I was there, but now I'm here. But the funny thing is you said you wanted more and you got more, but now you want more. And that's the problem. There's no sense of, it's all instant gratification. So when I see people that are like fighting their demons and trying to rise and grind and setting unrealistic business standards and goals, and I fell in that trap a lot of times because it's a lack of knowledge and you're just kind of going in and hearing what other people are saying. The reality is, it's like what you said. There is a certain limit and balance to things that you could breach. Like, yeah, you can grow a business. You can grow a podcast. You can be an artist. You can set up a small business, whatever the hell it might be, right?
But life is about balance.
That's all possible, but life gets in the way. If you think that you're going to be like The people that you see online who fought their demons and rise to the top. They're not real. They're not real, and they were lucky.
Yes.
Get it through your head. You're a human being. Live life. Go to the grocery store and touch some grass. Do something. I don't know. Waymen. Waymen.
I have to say, Matt, before I get into my third one, I think it's really funny. The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 short that you just posted, people are getting mad at you.
Again?
Some guys commented, no. Some guys commented, like, we didn't even give people a chance to swipe away. Guy, the name of the video is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 ending.
Explained.
Like, what else did you expect? What did you expect to happen? Okay.
I don't know. Did he want the whole fucking thing? I don't know. Also,
whatever.
I think, don't yell at me, okay? The movie's been out for like almost a week now.
Exactly.
Isn't it on average like the spoiler date goes up to almost like about a week, I'd say, right? It's Thursday. It released last Thursday. You haven't seen it. You were that keen on. Get over yourself. I'm sorry. Also, I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you. I do apologize. But next time I'll put it for longer. But you should have saw the title. I don't know what you were thinking.
All right.
But anyway.
Last one. It is 4:00, so I got to zoom on through this. My last one.
Through. Pause.
Men should do housework. There is
dude.
Men should do this, women should do that, or like there is no one person should do this and one person should do that. Everything, because I've spoken about this before when I talked about relationships, about equality. This isn't even talking about the equality that needs to happen or that should happen. This is me saying
it's just a basic relationship need at a certain point.
The idea of men cleaning. Yeah. Or doing dishes, or fucking laundry, or sweeping, or mopping, or like the littlest shit. You scrub that toilet with the little fucking thing. The brush. That is not a non-masculine task. Okay? You know what's masculine? Realizing that you should do everything and that everybody should do everything instead of being so fucking selfish that you say, oh man, you know what? I'm too manly to do this. This isn't my job. This is her job. She's the one that's got to be cleaning. That's not manly. That makes you fucking stupid. Okay?
It is, yeah. And it's just crazy because even like for me and what I do sometimes, because obviously you got to clean up too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, people look at it that way and I'm like, dude, nah. It's like, you know, it's really crazy. And then the funniest thing is you ask those people to do the same thing. It's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why? Because it's disgusting. Oh, so it is a manly thing. That's why, huh? But the bigger point is like whether you do like manual labor or cleaning or anything in a household for that matter. That's what I've set a precedent with most of my relationships when I was in them. Yes. Even like because you and I both know we've had those relationships where like you're practically living together. If you see it, do it. There's no excuse why not to do it.
Dude.
If you're doing something, you might think it takes forever. It takes literally 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds to take out the garbage.
Dude, the garbage smells, take out the garbage. If there's fucking dishes in the sink, load your dishwasher, wash it by hand, do whatever. If the toilet looks gross, don't look at the toilet and go, nah, she'll do it when she gets home. Fucking scrub the toilet, you idiot.
It literally, and it's crazy because I think people are deterred because they think not only is it a lot of effort, but it also takes more time than they think. Dude, I cleaned the bathroom in like 30 minutes.
Exactly. Dude, shit is so quick, especially now in 2023, the kind of cleaning products you have. You got like a fucking like little Clorox scrubber.
You literally have
Scrub Daddy. You got all this
cleaners
stuff.
You have cleaners for the fucking toilet bowl handle.
Bro, you got cleaners that you clip into the toilet and just sit there. And all you got to do is change it, and it cleans itself 99% of the time. All right?
Yeah.
How lazy can you be? Okay, so that's where I'm going to end it. Because this... I love doing hot takes because hot takes is a chance for you and I to sit here and be like, all right, here's 3 ideas of ours, and then we could just get passionate about it. And we're like, man, fuck shit, fuck this ass bitch, fucking.
It's nice to riff on the dummies of the world, you know, because we're better than people.
Because we're better than you.
But fighting my demons and shit. Have you ever heard of my friend Anything Bowl? We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. No, I say YouTube. We're on the YouTubes. The Anything Bowl podcast on YouTube. We do long form podcasts like these. We do clips that Miguel does that are like 5 to 10 minutes, and then do shorts for me in 30 seconds.
That's right.
We got a good hodgepodge of content. Make sure to go check out all the recent stuff we've been putting out. Again, we what else do I usually go about with this too? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and other listening platforms. Dude, Spotify, we're gonna have videos, so be looking out for that. And also, thank you for the best numbers again in the first week of essentially what. You know, Miguel was telling me this morning, it's only been the first week, and these are already some of the best numbers we've seen. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, dude. Audio shit's
great to see it
actually doing well.
I'm very happy to see that, you know, at least we're trying to be accommodating towards people because we know not everyone can look at the videos, but we're hoping that at least, you know, you listen to us on a drive, take us down to wherever. So, yeah, man, it's a good time. Miguel, what at this point in time? I mean, I don't know if you want to go over what the people miss because it's going to be a backup, but
it's all I can tell you is about our recent stuff. You check out the movie reviews. We're doing tons of movie reviews every Monday. We're picking some kind of movie to go see. Summer Bonanza, having a great time. Check out the gaming channel. We're trying to stream on there more. At this point, we should be almost done by the time this goes up, or done with the Zombies Bonanza, and then we'll be moving on to whatever. But we're having a lot of fun. We're playing a lot of zombies. If you don't want to check out the stream, that's fine. I cut them down and make them nice and easy 10-minute little bits. We've done Infinite Warfare, World War II, Vanguard, Black Ops 3. We've done a ton of them. Check those out. We're going to really put our foot down for the gaming stuff when the fall comes after all this movie craziness. But for now, give it a look-see. And I think for now, that is it.
And with that, thanks for watching.